Hey everybody, Bradley's9 here with another Pogo video. This is another Shundo hunting video. This one is the Community Day edition. This is on Mudkip Day. I'm doing this during the East Coast time zone. So anyone on the West Coast could watch this beforehand and get ready for it. You could also use this for future community days. But as you can see here, I've got the Shundo fam. Mudkip, Marshtomp, Swampert, all Shundos. Now Swampert has a good ground moveset too, so it would be ideal to get one more Shundo, but I still got the West Coast time zone as well as the Hawaiian time zone to find one, so I'm pretty confident I'll get one there. I have gotten 5 other ones for friends as well. So with that information, you'll know that it's pretty possible for you to get one. And I'll show you here how I do it on community days. If you're wondering how I play the game with this app and so on, you can watch the other videos in my Pokemon Go playlist. They'll teach you everything you need to know, from the basics to how to get it downloaded on your device, etc. But this is basically where I go. You go to the Snipe feature, and I'm going to make a custom filter here. This is what I advise you do for community day. Here, make sure to put lowest IV 100 so it doesn't show you other IVs. You want to tick off the always show 100 IV. This one you can change what levels you want to see. I'm just going to put it from level 1 to 35, but if you only want to look for 30 to 35s, you just type in 30 on the lowest. You could rename it. I'm just going to name it Mudkip. And then at the bottom, it'll say add on Pokemon, and then you just kind of search up the one you want. You could put up to 20 in this list if you want to make a custom list, but for Community Day, we're only going to have Mudkip because that's all we care about. And then at the top, I like to sort it by level because I don't like to screw around with the other ones. You can sort it by time to see the latest ones posted. But like I said, level's better because I don't really check the lower ones anyways. I try to go for 30 plus. I get a little bit picky. And you can be a little bit picky, because why the hell not? You don't want to catch a level 20 and have to spend another 150,000 Stardust to get it to the same spot you would at a 30 plus, right? And then you want to turn on that option there, the speed up map loading. That one will cause your guide to load up Pokemon faster when you teleport there. So you go down the list, 30, wasn't Shundo, you go to the next one, and you basically just keep going through the list. Now it's obviously up to you. You can keep going down the list to check all the way down to the level 1s if you want to find the Shundos and don't care what level they are. It's obviously up to you. You can customize your search. I'm just kind of showing you the basics and how I do it. If you follow my Instagram account, Pogo Shiny Hunter, you've seen the ones I have posted. If you ever feel like asking questions, feel free. I'm always down to answer questions and help people out. Hence why I make these videos. So basically, like, the bonuses for this community day is 3 times catch experience. And for anyone level 38 or higher, that really doesn't mean that much. So I'm basically just looking for Shundos. On the West Coast, I'll probably just stay there for the 3 hours and just catch Pokemon to get Stardust and stuff. But I'm basically not locking myself in, because if you lock down your cooldown, then you'd have to wait. So like if you catched a Pokemon in Brazil, and then you're wanting to catch something somewhere else, but Community Day ends in a half an hour, if it comes Shundo, you wouldn't be able to catch it for another 2 hours, but Community Day ends at 7 o'clock local time. And unfortunately, once it ends, if you're looking at a shiny Pokemon and catch it after 7 p.m., it turns non-shiny. It's brutal, I know. I've had it happen to me. Trial and error, you gotta find those things out somehow. But basically, you want to make sure you're fully cooled down, so you're free to go anywhere, and then just keep checking all the hundos. As you can see there, you look for in your journal the last thing caught. As you see there, that Mudkip 1230 was the last I caught. Anything you hatch or open a gift, that stuff doesn't affect the cooldown. You can watch my cooldown video to see the full details on that. So then you just go keep refreshing the list to keep finding more. If it's dead, like watch TV or play Xbox or eat food or whatever the hell you feel like doing while you're doing this. As I mentioned in my other Shundo hunting video, it's very possible to do other things. Now as you can see there, it tells you the local time when you go to teleport somewhere. It tells you the date and the time. So keep in mind, because I'll tell you what local time the community day is if you follow my Instagram account. And as I mentioned, it's 4 to 7 p.m. local. So when you go to teleport somewhere and it shows you the local time, then you could just tell whether it's during community day or not. So if it's 4:10 there and you go to catch a Shundo, that means you got another basically 3 hours to stay there and catch Pokemon and find more shinies if you want. It's obviously up to you, but you could use that feature. It'll tell you what day it is. So like, people don't fully understand time zones, I don't think. So that's kind of the basics. As you see here, I found a shiny, but I'm looking for Shundos, so some of you might hate me for this, but I'm going to run away from them. Because I don't want to lock myself in for a level, what, 8, 69%? I'm looking for Shundos. And I already have 3 Shundos, so that would be just an extra shiny for me, so... And to show you, you could run away and keep looking at it, and it'll stay shiny until it runs away, obviously. Once it's gone, it's gone. But it'll stay shiny even if you run away. And during community day, the first decent place that starts is New Zealand. Usually it's not too good, but like, there's a lot of Pokemon. If you want to just stay there and catch Pokemon and soak up the community day bonuses, then you could do that earliest in New Zealand. And then it goes all the way to Hawaii is the last one. Hawaii starts 3 hours after the West Coast, PST, Pacific Standard Time. That's where I'm located. So that means like, I was able to do it the night before at 9 p.m. Actually on the 20th in New Zealand is where the Pokemon were spawning, but where I was sitting it was still July 20th, but you could still catch a Pokemon. That's kind of what the time zones do. And as you can see here, eventually you show up to a Shundo, and you'll show up the little sparkles up there with the 100 IV, and it looks all pretty, and this is where you get really stoked. This is what makes Shundo hunting worth it. And then if you follow my Instagram account, you'll see all the names and stuff I put on there, so this is kind of what I'm doing here. If you're wondering what app I use to type these symbols in there, it's called Unichar, UNICHAR, in the App Store. Download that and put it into your keyboards and you'll be able to use it with this app. Not all the symbols work, but a lot of them do, and you could kind of organize them that way, like you see here, with the little numbers up top. Those stars are my Shundo stars. Taking screenshots for Instagram. You tap that little thing on the top right, it'll tell you the full stats. This one was in South Korea. So that's the basics of Shundo hunting. This is how I do it. Lots of people were curious, wondering how I get these Shundos and see the IVs on the top right and stuff like that. If you want to download this app and get playing like I do, like I said, look at my channel and look at the other Pokemon Go videos. Spoofing for Beginners is kind of the first one that I would suggest watching, and then the How to Cydia Impact will show you how to put it on your device. And then all the other videos are just kind of extra information to tell you what you could do as a spoofer. But for the rest of this video here, I'm just going to evolve these two and show you what they look like. If you evolve Swampert within an hour after the community day, you get the special move Hydro Cannon. And on that topic, if you get a Mudkip, say you caught one in Australia early, but you didn't evolve them yet, and then the community day is done in Australia, and you're like, oh damn, I don't get Hydro Cannon, that sucks. But you can go anywhere in the world that still is having community day. Once you teleport there, force close your game, reopen it, and then your game will think you're there, and then you could just evolve your Mudkip. Like, as latest, you could do it all the way in Hawaii as the latest, and you'll still get Hydro Cannon as long as you go to the right spot. That still has community day. You'll be able to still get your exclusive move if you didn't evolve them right away. If you're looking for a better one maybe, and then you eventually say, hey, I want to evolve this one because I didn't find a better one, hop over to Hawaii before community day is done, and evolve them there, then you'll still get your exclusive moveset, even though the Australian Community Day has been done for a while. So there's the Marshtomp. This is my Australian one. I kept the higher CP Mudkip because I know I'm going to give the Swampert love. So I'll keep the Mudkip as high as I can. It's just kind of how I do it. Obviously, like I said, you could customize how you do this yourself. This is kind of how I do it. I've had a lot of experience Shundo hunting, so I suggest you kind of go with my methods here, because if you look at my account, you can see how many Shundos I get. And it's not like they just get handed to you. You do have to work for them. That's kind of what people, I think, legit players kind of look at spoofers as if they just get handed everything. You still got to work for stuff. It's just when you actually get the things, they're a lot cooler than, say, a level 8 29% shiny that you may get just walking around normally. Whoop-de-ding-dong shit, right? Like, who doesn't want Shundos? If you're a Pokemon trainer, big Pokemon fan, why would you not want the best Pokemon? So that's just kind of how I look at it. I was a legit player for a while, and it wastes a lot of time. And most of the time when you're outside, I'd rather just be outside, not looking at my phone. I don't know about you. So when I'm outside, I'm not playing this stuff. I do it when I'm at home, playing Xbox, watching hockey games, whatever. You can Shundo hunt while you're doing that, and it's easy to multitask Shundo hunting. So, and then you can just walk around and catch Pokemon while sitting on your couch. It's honestly how I feel Pokemon should be played. I feel like Niantic should make a spoofing app itself and make people pay for it, because I feel lots of people would be into that, because like, you just stay in one city the whole time. I don't know how much fun that is. Well, I do know how much fun it is. It's not that fun, because I did it myself. But I'm pretty sure, as the original Pokemon theme song goes, I will travel across the lands, searching far and wide. Who doesn't want to travel the lands and search far and wide? You want to just stay in one city? How are you supposed to catch them all that way? You can't. To catch them is my real test. As in, to catch the Shundos, and then to train them is my cause. Is getting them up to level 40 with Stardust. And it's a lot easier to Stardust grind as a spoofer. Whereas, non-spoofer, you can pick one Pokemon you give love to for about 6 months to get them to level 40. Woo! Do you not understand how much of a grind that is? That's just my opinion anyways. I ain't hating on people playing legit. But reverse, don't hate on people spoofing. If you don't like it, just kind of go away, do your own thing. You don't need to bring negativity over here. So, all about positivity. Hope this video helped you guys get Shundos and get ready for community days. You could use this for future community days. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my other videos.